How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We've got another set of matches from Silly Weeks. We do have Beelzemon on the left, and we have what I guess could just be considered, like, it's a terriermon package. It's definitely the Alliance core, but there's also some freaky techs, just some straight up just demonic techs. Gonna see the Iron Marco hit is gonna find that Beelzemon. They're gonna take the Wizardmon or the Beelzemon. Let's take the Beelzemon, bottom deck the rest. And I'm just gonna see a Henry Susie straight back, so it just means if they push out, I'm gonna be able to do a little bit more with it. Do you see the Wizardmon X? Gonna draw, and then since there's no Wizardmon, it is mill 2. They missed the mill 2. There it is. Ooh, hit the Impmons. We're gonna mill 3 more. Gain a memory, and then can play out an Impmon. So they're going to use that, which is going to find an Iron Marco straight away. Bottom deck's the 5, so if they were looking for the 5, goodbye. But hitting an Iron Marco is pretty solid. And that looks like we do have some sort of 5, yeah. So we're going to see the Balmon draw, and then when Digivolving, mill 3? Ah, but first going to load up the Iron Marco. Interesting. Not choosing to go for a second Tamer. Gonna mill 2, but they are gonna be able to bring that X antibody back when they go into Bal X next turn. Gonna get to play the Terriermon straight away thanks to the Henry Susie. And you see Davis and Ken there, so looking for some sort of unsuspend shenanigans, because it does pick up the green Tamer. I'm gonna play Calimon for 1 because we now have a Terriermon, and we are going to Alliance the Terrier in order to have Wendigo swing for 5k, but it does get to evolve into Black Rapid. Gain back some memory. Calimon gonna give them the 1 as well thanks to the Digivolution. So now we are going to be going in for the 2 checks for hella bodies and end of turn, end of attack, de-digivolve. It still has the protection on the entire stack. So if it does die, then we'll be seeing a Beelzemon from trash, which we do have 1. But a pretty solid opener. I really like the Calimon tech. Gonna see Analog Youth. Gonna kill off a second Analog Youth, and it is gonna get some value. Cherubimon, which is then gonna give the sec -1. And it's just going to clear one of the bodies as well. So sec -1 and then also some shrinkage, I believe. And then end is either end of turn or it's end of opponent's turn. The Terriermon is going to explode. I think it's end of opponent's turn, which is what makes it susceptible to... Oh, okay, no, it's start of opponent's turn. I was going to say, if it was, it makes the blue flare matchup impossible. Although the Calimon is going to stop the Henry Susie from firing now. But it is a Digimon that can get allianced. Just going to choke to 1, I do like. As said before, no Henry Susie, because we do have 2 Digimon, but you can just alliance 2 checks with the Calimon. Do it. Drop the heinous stuff. I can see it in your hand. Do it. Drop the Searcher for 1! You've only got 1 Searcher, so you might as well. Then we're going to use the alliance on Searcher, because it can't swing at players, but it can be turned into... an extra security check. Then we're going to use the Henry Susie. We are going to warp, go into Examon during the attack, which is then going to suspend the Balmon. Unsuspend. We'll be getting ready to go for a second set of 2 checks in a mo. Swing once again for that second check, and then we don't have a hybrid for game. Don't have the memory for it either. But I think you just play out, yeah, just go for the Black Gargo, and it's going to pass over turn. So once the Digimon becomes suspended, it should unsuspend Examon, which I believe is a natural blocker. If not, then at the very least it's just keeping Examon safe. There is a Mem boost available. We do have the Iron Marco. The main thing is the Balmon is suspended and doesn't unsuspend during the start of the phase. So we're going to go up to 4, swing, warp into Beelzemon for 3. And then we can mill 2 in order to shoot something. I'm going to place it on top. Ooh, double hit. That's 10. That's another 10. So we can pop a 5. Oh, but it can't hit the Examon. It is going to unsuspend thanks to the suspension. So it can't hit the Examon, and neither Calimon nor Searcher have levels, which means that Purple actually just doesn't have a means of taking these Alliance bodies off the board. Gonna go into Beelzemon, and then gonna mill 4? Sling it back, and then again, shoot a level 3, increase it up to a level 5, but Xmon is not a level 5. Gonna go into Beelz X for the 1, which does burn off the 2, so he's still in a pretty good position. The problem is, even if he drops the rivals here, he still just dies. Gonna go Beelz X, mills 2, but we do not have that next game.
Matrix Digivolution. Veemon Digivolve 2!
To rock game number 2. We're going to be seeing Beelzemon go first. Impmon, Impmon X. And we're going to go for the Iron Marker. Nice open start. He's going to find more Impmons. I feel like you have to take the 1-of. Never mind, going to bottom deck the 1-of. Terriermon Assistant, nice and blinked up. When to go in the back. And no Henry Susie. I think we're looking for it. I'm going to take the terriermon instead, which is an Alliance body. I think it's also got that minus 3k inherit as well. Impmon, I'm going to go into Wizard. No need to tap. Gives itself blocker. And then there's still nothing in trash. So the Beelzemon, if it does die, like bad stuff happens to it. I like this. Impmon in the back, it just gives you a little bit of extra speed. If you leave something suspended, it can obviously go swing in and die, or you can swing it at security. Gonna go Black Gaogamon. So both of these are capable of Alliance now. It looks like we're gonna have Wendigo use the Alliance, which then Terriermon Assistant. It's not gonna be enough though, despite it being a level 4. And we're just gonna use the Memory Setter Henry to pass turn. You know what, that'll be my question of the day as well. It's because we are looking at the Alliance. What are you most looking forward to in Double Typhoon, the Terriermon Lotmon Alliance package starter deck? I know they haven't shown everything yet at the time of recording, but by the time this comes out in November, then people will have a better idea of what's coming out in future for this next starter deck. In fact, this is what soon will be the newest starter deck versus the most recent advance, because these are both advanced starter decks. Nice clear there on the side of Beelzemon. I'm just going to play out the Wizardmon. So pretty far behind this time. At least we do have the memory setter, so we can just go 1, 2, 3. I think Analog Boy here first, just to be memory efficient. Because then when you play the Calumon, it doesn't... I mean, Calumon still feels bad, so we're going to go the Searcher for 1 because we are having no Searcher on the field, so we are going to use it as a draw. That little tech, we've been devising that in a different deck that can abuse it being there. So seeing, like, Tommy Tricks is one of the people that has been cooking it up with me and the other Tom as well. And just seeing him also take that, like, degenerate search attack into something else has been quite funny. And I think it definitely shows that you can be really, really fluid with how you want to deck build. I'm going to tap the Iron Marker, which is going to put 1, and then we're going to gain back. So it's gain back 1 off the Iron Marker, gain back 2 off of the double hit. I mean, you might as well go Beelzemon now. Evolve for 4, mill 4. There's the Rival's Barrage and the mill. So it's going to be enough, but not enough to stop the turn from passing. Alright, still got the terriermon. And KnTElixar, not going to be able to get the D-Digivolve. Swing, Alliance. And it's going to evolve into Cherubimon as a result. Alright, what are we going to go into? So now if the Cherubimon dies for any reason, it will give itself a little bit of extra protection. And he allianced into the Wizardmon to make sure it wasn't going to die. That's clever. That said though, Searcher is sideways now, so if this was the time that they were going to swing over it, now would be the time to do it. Because you could probably, if you wanted to be super safe, super passive, you could swing over the Searcher, Death Slinger the Cherubimon, and Cherubimon's coming back to something that has no field. You would lose turn anyway, and the Analog Boy would go sideways to give you back a memory. It wouldn't give you back the off turn, but it's still something. I do like them taking the Wizardmon off the board. So we're going to swing. Yeah, we are going to swing for the multiple checks. Impmon is going to make him mill 2. Going to use the Wizardmon to put it there first. And then we are going to mill 4 cards off of it. And then Beelzemon should give us back 2 as well. We are going to be hitting for the 2 checks clean. So this should just be Beelz X, burn 2. And then Blast Mode is going to take us into game 3. Setting up security for game number 3, our final game. Hope you've enjoyed what has been kind of shown off. Matrix definitely bringing us out some magic for sure. Gonna mill 2, draw 1, which actually gains the memory back, and then Iron Marco gonna pass over 1. Although, thanks to going for the Henry Wong rather than the Henry Suzy, is able to be stopped from being choked to that singular memory. Passes over 3 though, bringing out the Jewel Tamer. I'm really sad that they're switching away from this box topper design. I really, really liked, I like box topper tamers in general with like the full art, but especially when they changed to like this new kind of like this new type of foiling for the tamers, I think it looks really, really nice on like the Mickey Kurisaki and whatever the other one's called, the Henry Suzy. The like the Matt and Ty, all of them looked really, really nice with their new approach to full arts, but unfortunately they've kind of just switched back to doing basic foils for BT13 and onwards, which is a shame because I would have at least like the full backgrounds that they used to do. It's probably cheaper or something like that, but it's just a bit disappointing. Gonna see the free play of the Lotmon because we only have 1 Digimon thanks to the Henry Suzy. Gonna go into KnTElixar, and then we should be going for a swing alliance. When doing so, Evo into Cherubi, and then we'll give Cherubimon protection and replay if it dies. End of turn, we're going to -3k shrink, or end of attack, we're going to -3k shrink, which kills off the body and leaves just a single memory to play with. We do have a Mem Boost and a Rival's Barrage, so there's still plenty of value. Balmon no longer has the protection. Could do Ball X here, but I feel like it doesn't really gain anything. It pops to level 4 though, to be fair. I mean, the Lotmon's gonna die anyway. Oh, on deletion, of course, thanks to the Cherubimon. Did manage to give itself and something else the deletion protection, and then plays itself back. I think it's now free of the Henry Suzy pop, thanks to it now being played off of its own effect rather than Henry Suzy. So much hit off the mill. So we're looking good. And then Beelzemon, Beelzemon is 2 checks now, but I don't know how much memory it's giving. It gave back. Either way, just gonna mill 2, hits for 2. I'm assuming the memory is correct, sitting on 1. We could go Beelz X here, which means it'll at least float into an Impmon, and you're all gonna get that burn of 1. I'm just gonna be the Impmon, not gonna go for anything too explosive. No real need. Black Gargomon. I feel like you could just go for the Alliance swing over the Beelz X here, because end of attack, you're going to -2k shrink the Impmon, -2k shrink whatever floats. Like, you could just play for board control here. Yeah, because of the timing on the end of... Well, you are... Because, no, the on-deletion will go first, before the end of the attack, right? So it's going to swing over it. Go to Alliance. We're going to use that to go into KnTElixar without paying its cost. And then we are going to swing over it. And it's going to float into an Impmon. Going to use the Impmon, which is going to check top 4, hit a Beelzemon, bottom deck the rest. And then, yeah, we are going to get those minus 2k shrinks. I'm going to shrink both of them over, and then Black gaogamon is going to unsuspend both of them. I forget exactly what it is that gives it, but it's going to be on screen. This is going to be one of those recorded games that has all the fancy overlays, so I really wanted to see what Tommytrix was up to. So it'll be on screen, the blocker reboot or whatever. I know Black Mega Gargo doesn't have Alliance, which is why the new starter decks, the Lotmon just giving something Alliance is really, really cool. Because it means that that card will now fully play into its own engine. Because it was always kind of strange to me that you have all this Alliance package and then Black Mega Gargo, probably the reason that anyone even looked at playing the deck is like, oh, I love terriermon, I love his level 6, yada yada yada. And it's like, oh yeah, he doesn't have Alliance, so he like misses out on like all the good stuff. Now we actually have a way to give target Alliance to something, so he's actually going to get to do something. Whilst I'm saying that, Rival's Barrage is going to get popped to swing things under. We are going to load up the X antibody now. Which does mean we swing when attacking, search the trash, go into Beelzemon for 3. Draw, and then we use the Iron Marco to stack, and then we mill 4. So we gain 1 off of that, and then whatever was popped. We are going to X antibody warp as well. We've done nearly everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we are going to just take the block, which is then going to float into an Impmon, which unfortunately isn't going to have Rush. The Beelstar is in hand, and I've got to wonder if whether the Beelstar should have come first. I've already forgotten how much memory we started the turn on. It's looking like, oh, we definitely have 30 cards in trash now, but I don't know if we had 30 cards in trash at the start. Beelstar, yeah, just for 1. If we could have Beelstarred for 1 at the start, then she was absolutely the play. Mill 2, and then draw 1. This is one of those situations I really wish that he had Darkness Wave, because Darkness Wave would have let them play an Impmon. Oh, one of these Impmon has Rush. Not that it matters though, because I think the Cherubimon's going to block and then the Black Mega Gargo is going to unsuspend itself. What is the play here? Yeah, he's going to deck out if he does this, so he has to go wide and now just has to find a way to survive the check. That's trash. It's trash 1. Trash 1 is going to steal a memory. And then get to play an Impmon. Then is going to be 1 check. Cherubimon going to swing, is going to mill the last one. And then we are going to open pass for game. Very, very cool stuff between these two. Really, really enjoyed it from a start to finish. And we do get to finish things the most Beelzemon way possible. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Once again, massive thank you to my members. If there are any, we'll put them on screen for both the vids. If you wanted to dodge the ads, make sure to do that. And we'll see you in the next one.